Good morning, traders. I have a short position here with a tight stop at 43.08. That's a 10 tick stop. I'll be right back. There is a possibility here that this thing's going to keep going up. If it does and hits the stop, I'm going to take a long position, which will mean that it's going to go long. If not, this is the top right up here, and it's going to come down and be able to hit a good trade off of this, like 40, 50 ticks perhaps. But this is a way to get in and have a tight stop. And when you're right, when you're wrong, you lose a small amount. When you're right, you're going to get a good profit off of it, instead of using the breakout technique. So today I'm not using it. But for those of you who belong to my charting service, the same exact pattern happened on Monday. So I'm taking a risk here that the same pattern is going to happen again. So to reiterate, the same exact pattern within the code happened on Monday, and just like the code itself, you use the same code as previous days. You can also use the same patterns from previous days as well. This can be seen within my charting service on Monday, and I simply saw it happening and decided to go ahead and take the risk and take an entry based upon that chart pattern that already happened and within the code. And right now it's looking good. It looks good to keep coming down here, and if it does, I'm going to have it and I'll be able to hit 30, 40 ticks, no problem. Today the news is going to come out, so I'm not going to go for a lot. I'm going to use the entry that I called within my charting service for the news day, and I also called this entry as well, although I did indicate that this entry is more risky to take because it may or may not move. However, the reason why I decided to take the entry today was because oil is moving. Now, if it was dead, I wouldn't have taken the entry, but it is moving. And on days like this, when it's moving, you can, in fact, go for the trades from the previous days using the right code. And so that's why I took the entry. So, all of you charting members out there, I hope you are learning from this. Hope you are watching these videos and learning and putting it all together and being able to become very successful at this, as you see me doing as well. I'm just going to go for 30 ticks in this trade. Should be able to hit it, no problem, because I'm in on a really good position. And but I'm not going to go for any more than that because the news will come out in an hour and 9 minutes, and it doesn't have a lot of time to get to the 30 ticks, so I want to play very conservative. I will take another trade, a trade that I called out in my charting service about 8 hours ago. So I will be back to show you the progression, or at least the outcome of this trade, and I will be taking another one as well today. But for those of you out there who have purchased my video courses, if you are struggling at all, you should be using the code 2, and you should pay the $300 a month and sign up to my charting service. Because if you're serious about trading, you can make a lot of money with my charting service. That's why I have so many people signed up to it, because people are making money. It's that simple. So don't sit there and struggle on your own if you are. Just pay for my expertise, get my charting service, let me make the calls and teach you what's going on, and you'll be able to do really well with that. Anyway, I will be back. By the way, just to quickly show that this isn't some sort of replay, let's go to Google here and go to the world clock, and we'll pull it up. And you'll see here from the world clock that Los Angeles time is 6:28, that's AM, and here in Bangkok where I am, it is 20:28. And if I minimize this, see Los Angeles 6:28, you see that's also what the time says down here, 6:28. So it's not any sort of a replay, and I would just like to go on record as saying that everything that I say is 100% the truth. I basically don't really ever lie. I always speak the truth about everything. So I just want to say that. So that trade didn't work there. It continued to go up a bit and hit my 10 tick stop, so I'm down 10 ticks. As I said in my charting service that on Wednesdays, which is the news day, it's risky to take that trade. I just saw it was moving, saw a previous chart pattern, and wanted to go ahead and take it. But obviously I was wrong on it. Now what I'm going to do is take the trade that I did recommend to take in my charting service, which is what I call a news day entry. So I'll be back to take that trade after the news, which will come out in 36 minutes. I mean, it'll come out in 26 minutes. So anyway, I'll come back. I've just taken a short entry here. I'm going to go for 50 ticks. I need to adjust the stop. I'll be right back. For all of you charting members out there, this trade is the trade that I have been talking about lately, that it works every Wednesday. And I am taking this trade. Have to have a very large stop on this thing though, unfortunately. But it's going to continue to go down as I called out in my charting service, and it should be able to make the 50 ticks. Anyway, I will come back and show you the progression and of course the outcome of this trade. Okay, I just wanted to show that I have exited out of the position that I was in, and I'm up about a little over 10 ticks there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a trade that I called out in my charting service. So I will come back after I have taken that trade. Okay, I've taken another short position here. I'm going to go for 30 ticks on this particular trade, and I'm going to be right back. I got to reset the stop. Okay, stop is really tight at 42.08 right there. If it does come back up and hit the stop, I'm just going to take another re-entry again. Keeping it tight today. By the way, if I had kept my original 50 tick exit, it would have made it. I bailed out too early. I was thinking what was going to happen. It was going to pop back up, and then I would re-short again, much higher up here somewhere. But it never did pop back up. So anyway, I should have stayed in. But you know, that's what happens when you trade. You can't get everything you do right. Best thing to do is not to kick yourself when you do that, because you just beat yourself up. And it doesn't do any good. So anyway, I will come back. Okay, it wanted to pop back up on me and hit the stop, and I am now long in the position. It's going to go up here now, and so I'm just going to go for probably could get 40 ticks off of this trade actually. Let me think about this. Yeah, let me readjust my exit here and the stop, and I'll come right back. Okay, I got the stop set at 41.96, and the exit is at 42.48 for 40 ticks. So on the chart, that's going to put it back up to like right here, 42.48 for a 40 tick exit, and I'll be all done for the day after that. Okay, it's moving up here, and it doesn't have too much further to go. Just needs to get up here to 42.48 for the 40 ticks, and it should be able to make it. So anyway, I'll come back and show you the progression, or at least the outcome of this trade. But by the way, just wanted to reiterate one more time, this particular trade was called out in advance in my charting service. This is what I call a news day entry, and I specifically called this trade out exactly in my charting service. And using the breakout technique, you would of course be long, as I am, and should be able to hit a good 30 tick trade off of this or something like that. 20, 30, 40 ticks. I'm going for 40, but I have a good entry. Anyway, I'll come back. By the way, if I remember, which I will try to do, I will let you charting members know there's a certain trick that I can tell you about. The reason why I knew it would go up, that's why I took an entry where I did, and instead of waiting for the breakout technique, for instance, and combined with what the code was saying, combined with knowing that it was going to go up anyway, I went ahead and took the trade instead of waiting for the breakout to happen. So, but what I'll do in my charting service for Wednesday is explain that to you, and explain to you that trick, how I knew that it would go up, so that in the future you can also use that same trick to know the direction. And it doesn't just work for the news day. It pretty much works almost every day. Not 100% of the time, but it's really high, like say 90%. So I'll explain that to you in my charting service. I just wanted to show that that trade was not successful. It came down and hit the stop on me. What happened was it was just went very, very shallow. I was out ahead a bit, but it was very, very shallow, and it looks like this thing just wants to continue to go down quite a bit here. It's too late for me now to do any more trading, so I'm going to call it a day and just end with negative 10 ticks today, or 11 ticks, I think that is, yeah. So I will be back tomorrow to do some more trading, and also I will be doing the charting service again. And tomorrow should be a lot easier day than today. Anyway, I'll be back. Hope you traders are doing well. Happy trading.